if you can help me out. Colorado Charlie said, well, what's going on? He said, well, about 3 days ago, we had a few young ladies come into this camp. And he says, ever since they arrived, he says, my men are staying up late, fraternizing with those young women, going to bed late, getting up late. I can't get them to do their work. I'd appreciate if you go over and talk to those ladies. Just take them right on up to Deadwood with you and get them out of here. Colorado Charlie says, let me see what I can do. So he went over. There was one they called Dirty M. There was another one they called Madam Mustache. And Little Tidbit was there, little redhead thing. And then there was this scrawny looking fella. Turns out he wasn't a fella at all. I think you know who I'm talking about. Calamity Jane. Well, Colorado Charlie talked those young ladies into hopping on board with us, and away we went. About another week on the trail, we crested the top of the gulch and looked out on the gulch. And what do you think we saw? The place stinks something fierce. You have chamber pots you emptied on the street. You have the animals, the oxen, the horses, the cattle going up and down the main street here, doing their business in the road. One gentleman described it as knee-deep muck that never dried. Sometimes you'd have to go a block or a half a block more, try to find a place to cross over, get over the other side of the street. But, you know, they weren't coming here for how it looked or how it smelled. You know why they were coming here? Gold and lots of it. Everybody wanted to get their fortune coming up here. Well, I was no different than anybody else. I won my fortune too. I asked Colorado Charlie, I said, where's that mining claim you got? So he pointed it out to me, and I went out and I worked it. I worked it hard. Oh, at least 3 hours. Yeah, I figured out real quick that placer mining was not for me. Standing in a cold stream, bent over, back bacon work, sun beating down on you, got that pan swishing around there. No, thank you. It was much more to my liking. Come back in, play some cards, let the miners go out, find the gold dust, bring that to the table. That's where I was going to do my mining, was right there at the table. So, didn't take me long to come back into town, find me a good card game, and then, I just looked at those cards lying there unused, and I think story time is over. I think it's time to play cards. I'm going to need 4 volunteers out of y'all. All right, there's 1. Come on up. There's 2. Come on up. There's 3. And there's my 4th one. Come on up. Let's see. Carl, man, you own this place. Have a seat right here, Carl. Let's see. I'm going to have you right over here, Charlie Rich. And let's see, you're my bartender. Right over here. Terry Young. And you are retired Riverboat Captain William Massey. Go ahead and have a seat right there for me. I'm going to have a talk with these folks here. Kind of tell them what it's like to play cards here in Deadwood. Although they look pretty seasoned to me. So I'm going to put this young man on here and tell you all about what was going on back in Deadwood back in the day. First of all, I want to thank each one of you volunteers. I'm going to give you each an assignment a little bit.
Hi, folks, and welcome to the old-style Saloon Number 10. In a few moments, you'll step back in time to witness what happened on that fateful day, August 2nd, 1876, when Wild Bill Hickok was gunned down by crooked-nosed Jack McCall. The employees of the Number 10 will set the scene for you, so sit back, hang on to your sarsaparilla, and we'll start from the beginning. It was during the latter part of August, 1875. Frank Bryant and a party of 7 gazed down into a gulch of tangled, broken trees, which from then on was to be known as Deadwood Gulch. the bottom and began to pan for gold. Soon the cry of gold echoed up and down the canyon walls. They hastily built a crude cabin east of their find, but nevertheless went on to prospect throughout the northern hills, only to return on November 8, 1875, to post a claim of their discovery. On the very next day, November 9, 1875, a second group filed a claim just short of 3 miles up the creek. This outlined a stretch that was destined to become known as the richest placer claim area, not only in North America, but the entire Western Hemisphere. As news of this bonanza leaked out, the rush was on, resulting in a flood of mankind from all directions. The Army could no longer stop the invasion of the fortune hunters. By August 2nd of 1876, Deadwood Gulch, now known as Deadwood City, and often referred to as Sin City, had acquired a worldwide reputation as a booming metropolis. Its surrounding hills and creeks were loaded with gold. Even greenhorns were said to be able to find nuggets, well, as they put it, bigger than horse turds. Its streets were lined with substantial businesses offering everything